Zen coming at you again today. Hey, today I want to do a video on an older video that I did about 2 years ago or so, and it was low-tech security basically on Tripwire devices. Now, it's my evolution basically of Tripwire devices. I really started out thinking about perimeter security in a grid down situation, or even just in a regular situation to protect your property. Now, I started with buying this CAPS device, and I don't know if it's still out there, I didn't look, but it was rather expensive. I think it was like 35 bucks, and it's not waterproof, and it's semi-loud, it's okay, but the device itself really, and they try to market it as like a perimeter device, I just really wasn't impressed. So I made a video a couple years back on my evolution going from one Tripwire device to the next, and you can check that out right here. But I'm getting a ton of feedback on that video as far as doing a DIY on the last device that I ended up making myself. Now, I've done several DIY videos, and I've done them on the Tripwire. This is a double Tripwire, and it's a tree alarm. This one's extremely loud. But I've also done that DIY video, and I'll put all these videos down in the description block as well. And I've also done, you know, the light switch type for in the house alarm. And of course I've done the Dollar Tree window alarm. This one actually is kind of taken off as far as the video. This is my version and the way that I make that alarm. Now, Robocopp did send me a really small, very nice device. This is water resistant. The battery lasts for about a year if you're not using it, and it is pretty dang loud. This is a good device to hook to maybe your gear, your pack, if you're leaving it somewhere and you're patrolling around, and if somebody goes to grab it, this will alert you to somebody in your area. But this is a really cool lightweight device that you could use, you know, maybe for a bug out bag, things like that. And I'll put this down in the description block. Well, getting back to that video, and of course, you know, you've got your Rat Trap sound device. I do not have a DIY on this one. There's a couple reasons why. But I will do, I'm gonna put all this into, I believe I'm gonna make a book, and I've been working on the book to put on Amazon, and no, it's not gonna be some crazy price. That's not what I'm after. I'm about putting everything together, put a book on there so somebody can grab it and they can go, okay, hey, I got all these devices in one book, one area, shows me how to build them, where to get all the material. It's just sometimes easier to do it that way and put everything together, but I will keep doing DIY videos, so don't worry about that. Well, at the end of that evolution video, I actually made what was called the M96 Tripwire Mind. Yeah, I named it something cool. So this device I made just kind of looking at everything else I had. I'm like, hey, I wanted something a little bit different. I wanted something waterproof, something I could leave out there. So I ended up making this one. It's rather large, a little, you know, encumbering, if you will. So going over this one a little bit. So basically I made ground spikes that are removable. You can put your tree eyelets on there if you want. And also I put a sector indicator light, so if you had this out there and you could point it to your position and, you know, 100, 200 yards off at night, you can see that light going off and kind of give you an area where, you know, maybe somebody's coming from. So, and I wanted it to be waterproof. So this is fully sealed, and this cap actually comes off and is tied to the side of your tripwire. This is your arming switch, so you can arm it and this comes off. Now, I had a lot of subscribers, some of them probably watched right now, that wanted me to do a DIY video of this. Well, this bracket in here was extremely hard to build, and it just wasn't conducive to making you guys a DIY video. So I started thinking, said, hey, you know, I need to make something a little bit better than this, a little smaller, got a couple more options on it, and I have other subscribers that have been giving me some ideas to try on a new device. So I ended up revamping the M96 and making something smaller, more efficient, and had more options. So this one, I'm hoping to come out with a DIY video. I know it's gonna be a little complicated, so again, I go back to referring to that book I'm gonna put out. No, I'm not gonna, like I said, make it this huge, stupid cost, you know, a couple bucks to get the whole video and you get all the devices. So on this one, going over this one real quick, it's got foldable legs. So you have your foldable legs, you can put it down. You also have, for your trip line side, a spike. You actually have two of them that are actually with the device, and you have two holes to where you can mount it to a tree. Now on this one, I started going a little above and beyond. This one I actually put a siren in. This is a single tone siren, but it's extremely loud, about 100 decibels. And I will make another model where it's, you know, basically a pulsing signal. The actual one siren that's used in here is it could take up to 300 hours of salt water. So this again is a waterproof unit. It's not as waterproof as this unit, but it is waterproof. So, or you can say water resistant. You have your arming, you also have your sector light, and I'm gonna change the sector light. I'm also gonna make another model that you can actually plug in a little brick LED that you can position 5 to 6 feet away, bury the line, so when somebody hits the line, it'll actually illuminate your target. Now, on this one, on the actual Tripwire side, this is spring loaded. Now, again, some subscriber wrote into me and said, hey, can you do this, this, and this? I'm like, well, shit, let me try. So what I did on this one is basically, so when you arm this, you put it out, you tie it out to your stake, your tree, or whatnot, and this is like, again, spring loaded. So if you break the line, it goes off. So if you break the line, it goes off, or if you cut the line. So if you find the line and you just cut the line thinking it's not gonna go off, it'll also go off. Now, I wanted to go one step further because somebody said, oh, well, what if they mess with it? You know, they find it, they pick it up, they disarm it with a switch. And I'm like, okay, well, let me add another feature. So I put a mercury switch inside this. So if they pick it up and they start turning it 25 degrees, they got a mercury switch inside here so that if somebody did go to pick it up, put it in their pocket or take it, which I don't think I would mess with a device that looked like this that was stuck in the ground. I'd leave it alone. I mean, obviously it looks like, you know, a pipe bomb, which it is not, but it looks like one. But if somebody did pick it up and they're, you know, oh, I've got it now, and they start walking off with it, it's gonna go off. So it's got 3 different ways that this one will go off. It's actually pretty lightweight. I'm sorry I don't have an actual weight right now for it because I want to go and put a rechargeable battery for another step further. Now the batteries on this, it takes one 12-volt one of the little baby batteries. I forgot what these are called. It's the A23s. I know they're not, you know, like a standard battery like the AA, but to get the siren to go to that 100 and some odd decibels, I needed to go with that small battery. But like I said, I'm gonna put a rechargeable in here and show you guys where you can get all these pieces and parts. Most everything on this actually comes from Home Depot or a Lowe's or a hardware store. Only the switches, the mercury switch and stuff like that comes from eBay, which of course, again, when I do the DIY or the book, I'll list all those things. So I just want to do you know, a recap on my low-tech security and let those guys know, the subscribers out there that really want the diagram and how to build this, that I am working on it, and this will be coming out really soon. I don't know if I'll put it out as like a product on my website or something. I might, but at the same time, I like doing the DIY videos so that you guys can build these yourself, or maybe I'll put a kit together. Let me know what you guys think down in the subscription or down in the comment block. Let me know if you guys would be more interested in building it, if you just buy it, or, you know, if you're not interested, hey, that's good to go. But if you like these type of videos about, you know, devices, Tripwire devices, I have actually a lot more to go on as far as teaching. I also make a smaller version of the 12 gauge sound device. It's a sound device, but I do make a smaller version of this that utilizes like the 22 blanks and some other different ones. So if you guys like this type of video, give me a thumbs up, let me know down in the comment block, and I'll keep going down this road and show you a bunch more perimeter devices that you can use, and also using motion sensors, which are of course hard to get by. You know, trip lines you can see, sometimes they're not perfect, but at the same time, it is a low-tech type security. So if you guys have any questions at all, you know, let me know, put it down in the comment block, and I'll answer it the best of my ability. And like I said, if you guys like this stuff, again, give me a thumbs up. And I just really appreciate you guys supporting me, watching my videos. It just keeps me going and doing this type of stuff for you guys. And well, of course, I love tinkering. You guys know that if you watched my channel at all. You've seen a lot of things that I've done. So if you want to check out a couple of my videos, they're right here. I'll put the build videos from this other stuff and also down in the description block. So again, appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.